Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from the 13th group and today we are going to do a presentation about plant disease control. And for the beginning, let me introduce my group member. The first one is me, Achmad Qizwini, with student number 134200277, and then Isnawati Lutfi Amalia with student number 134200278, and then Muhammad Ziaulhaq with student number 134200279, and the last one is Frisca Dwi Angelica with student number 134200280. Plant disease control. Plant disease control is one way to improve the quantity and quality of crop production. With disease control, it is possible to maximize the optimal use of agricultural land in order to obtain production result to meet the need for food, clothing, and industrial raw materials whose demand continues to increase over time. The goal of controlling plant disease is to prevent economic damage caused by pathogens that attack plants. The first method is protection. Protection is protecting plants from disease that interfere with plants in such a way that the damage caused by the disease doesn't cause economic damage or harm. Protection can be done by 1. Technical culture method or plant cultivation. Technical culture is a way of protecting by utilizing environmental conditions that are manipulated so that they are not in accordance with the environmental condition required by the pathogens, but in accordance with the environmental condition required by the plant. Some examples of plant protection using technical culture methods are: one is soil tillage, and then sanitation, and then fertilization, and then crop rotation and planting time setting.
Number 2 is use of plant resistant. Resistant varieties are widely used in plant protection because this method is very easy to do by utilizing research results. In addition, this method does not have a negative impact on the environment and can be combined with other protection methods. The drawback of this method are the high cost of finding resistant plants, difficulty in obtaining gain sorts, often causing new biotypes to intrude. Even transgenic resistant plant is still questionable its effect on human behavior as consumers. Physical way. Plant protection using physical can be done by utilizing or modifying physical factors such as temperature, humidity, light or radiation. For example, heat treatment for seed infected with seed-borne pathogens. For nursery, soil or soil in greenhouse so that the population of pathogens in the soil is reduced. Number 4, mechanical way. The objective of mechanical way is to move parts of plant or avoid plants that are affected by disease directly either by hand or with the help of agricultural tools. Example of mechanical methods, namely condomisasi, fruit packaging using bags, and lalesan, picking and collecting infected fruit, pruning or cutting infected branches. Number 5, the use of quarantine regulation or law. The target of plant protection using regulation is human. This method is more about preventing the entry, development, and spread of and pathogens from and to the region of country. In general, there are three fields, namely foreign quarantine which regulates between countries, domestic quarantine which regulates between regions that are limited by natural factor, and certification on the provision of information that is free from harmful pathogens on an agricultural commodity. And last, the use of chemicals. Pesticides, in the everyday sense of agricultural communities, are chemical substances that are toxic and can be used to kill or inhibit the growth of plant diseases. This control is usually done by spraying chemical on plant parts, soil treatment with chemicals, fumigation or toxic gas, vector control with insecticide, spraying plant with fungicide, bactericide.
The next is immunization. Immunization is to give immunity for plant from the attack of a disease. Next, plant immunization is a process of activating natural defense system present in plant induced by biotic or abiotic factor. Plants are treated with including agent which stimulate plant defense response, result in formatting of chemical or physical barrier against pathogen infection. Inducers are typically used to send a signal to the plant defense, resulting in includes system resistance in many plant pathogen interaction. RAVR gene interaction result in localized occur resistant or hypersensitive response at the plant distal end. Immunization can be carried out by 1. Increasing disease resistance in plant, for example, soybean varieties orba, resistant to anthrax disease caused by the fungus Collestridium glycenia. Second, sugarcane resistant to Fusarium maniliform, and looking for the resistant plant to develop them. 3. Eradication. Eradication includes the action of eliminating, destroying, or annihilating disease-causing pathogens. After being in an area include the removal of disease plant, soil disinfection, and per use. Fungation, solarization, disinfectant. Eradication aims to eliminate or reduce the number of pathogens in areas where they are present, such as land, surface, or plant parts, agricultural tools, and storage. Eradication is carried out to prevent the spread of more widespread pathogens, including the annihilation of infected plants. Eradication can be carried out in the form 1. Partial eradication, destroying of diseased plant parts. 2. Second eradication, total eradication, destroying all the plant is stricken. 3. Super eradication, destroying of entire plant that was stricken on a single site.
Exclusion. Exclusion is to keep pathogens and infected plants out of disease-free areas. The goal is to prevent the disease from entering new areas or invading new land. Exclusion can be done by first plant quarantine, which is an arrangement where seed plants or other items sent or imported into an area are free of harmful pathogens. Usually this is done in ports. Second, conduct seed treatment before planting using chemicals or hot water. The goal is that the pathogens contained in the seeds can be killed or seed dressing and not spread in new areas. Third, regulation of the traffic of a plant or part of a plant from one village or subdistrict to another village or subdistrict so that the plant which is the host of a disease doesn't spread to other areas. Fourth, seed certification. In order for the seed of a plant to be spread free of harmful disease. In this case, each seed or seed gets special treatment or is checked first by a special agency and then is given a certificate or disease-free label. Plant protection principles. There is 4 plant protection principles. First, cultivating resistant varieties as well as pathogen-free seeds. Second, regulate and maintain pathogens so they don't spread to a new soil. Third, implement a technical culture that can pressing or breaking disease progression. And fourth, implement land sanitation and eradication of the source of infection.
That's all that we can present to you. If there's any mistake or any incompleteness regarding the presentation, we do apologize. And thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, just write down on the comment section below. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.